Convent, what's up? Welcome to my channel, amitrippinornawtarotbooking. My name is Cockfrost, but you could call me the Ghetto Nun. So I'm here to do right back Monday. Yes, I am. They said to do a spiritual message, but the key was they said to check our spirit. Like, we don't need to check nobody else's spirit, no spiritual attack, right? They said to check our own spirit, right? So I guess, makes sense to me a little bit. Like, check yourself or you wreck yourself. Anyway, I do cuss in my readings and give no fucks about it. So if you do, please get the fuck on. I do start all of my cards upright in my deck. I don't believe in starting out with reversals because that's some bullshit. Also, I did pre-shuffle, but I did not lay any cards down just yet. We're going to do it together. Please keep in mind this may or may not resonate with your sign or situation, nor do I give a fuck. Info for private readings will be below the video. Please take the time to check out our community board. It's like the farmer's market for all the nuns and high priests, where they have their businesses, purposes, gifts, etc., posted. If you'd like to submit your business for the bulletin board, please check the info in the description box below the video. If you find that the convent is not for you, please look for the nearest exit mark. Get the fuck on. Watch it on the way out. Hit the alley. You'll be back in Tarotland. Thank you to everyone for all the bookings, donations, likes, subscribes, comments, shares, purchases to my website, and pledges to my Patreon. I love you. Thanks again, everybody, for the birthday wishes. I love you. Okay. Convent, I feel like the first thing that they want you to know is to start talking nicer to yourself, is what I heard. Like, start saying good things to yourself. And not saying that you don't like yourself and don't, like you just beat yourself up. But it's like, I don't know what nice things. Like, damn, I look good today. Or today's going to be a good day because I said so. Or something like that. Something about saying good things to yourself. Like, get in the habit of that. And teach your kids how to say good things about themselves too. Okay? If you ain't already doing that. Okay? Some of y'all feel like you're in an uncomfortable space. You feel uncomfortable. It could be in a home, a relationship, a job, just uncomfortable. Like your spirit could be uneasy. But we know that God makes us uncomfortable when he's changing things, Convent. So you need to know that too. In regards to us checking our own spirit, God is changing something. So that's why you feel uncomfortable with whatever it is you've been feeling uncomfortable with, okay? I feel like he's changing it in that area of your life. So if you feel uncomfortable at this job, he's probably changing things in the job. You feel uncomfortable around your family or friends, he's changing things there. Relationship, he's changing things there. Your diet, whatever the fuck, okay? I feel like he's changing it. So that's why food don't... Hold on, let me turn Deborah down. Echo, turn down. Because Deborah get wild on that song. It was going to... Look, why is she still talking? Shut up, bitch. Anyway. It could be anything where he's making a change, okay? And you feel uncomfortable with this change. That's why I was getting ready to say, that's why food may not taste the same. People don't feel the same. Conversations don't feel the same. Everything. I feel like there's a big shift going on, but it's also... Didn't I just say turn this bro down, bro? What is going on? I'm telling you, she be real Echo, turn down. Shit. That's ridiculous. I don't even feel like she did it. Anyway, maybe somebody real disrespectful or something's like not going the way you want it, Convent. That could be why that's happening. Maybe something's not going the way that you want it. And you may have to take dominion over that shit. Like, and not raise your voice like I just did, but kind of that type of energy though. Like, we'll make sure, like, shit goes the way I said it goes. It's almost like you have control of everything else except for what God is doing. Which, that sounds crazy, but I mean, shit, basically, So you're just responsible for you and yours, basically. I don't know, let's see. Y'all kids could just be getting on your nerves is what I'm seeing too for some of y'all. Like, they could be real whiny right now. They know you're uncomfortable. If your kid's been real whiny or kind of like, whatever be going on with them, it's because they know something's going on with you. Or they can feel your energy or something like that. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm all discombobulated this afternoon. Let's go on and get started now. 4 minutes of what? Give me some messages for the convent. This checking their spirit, our spirit, the collective spirits. What do we need to know? I feel like this is God. And I don't like to speak for the man. You know what I mean? Like, just out of pocket or whatever. Like, I'm not, like just to be saying it's him because you know what I mean? But I really feel like this is him. Like checking our spirit. Checking the heart, checking the spirit is what I heard. Checking the heart and the spirit. Okay. Give me something for the content now. We're going to check in the cash, Lord. Okay? I hope one of my little Amazon nails don't pop off on this reading this shit. For real. I don't know why the car is so sticky. Dang, you got this like my sulfur card, like what hell smells like. This like burning coals is what this is. Roasting is what this is. It's also my Baskin and Robin card, ice cream card. And then you got the conceding card that came out first. So that's like my you got it energy. Even if you don't want to do it, you know, that's like being the bigger person is what this is, or turning the other cheek is what this is, like agree to disagree, you know. It's like I ain't gonna step out of, you know what I mean, myself and shit to get whatever this is and risk my whole soul and this and that to be hellbound. Or be aware, y'all, some stuff y'all need to just bow out of, because it's just easier for you to bow out of something than to damn your whole spirit, damn your whole soul. Like the Bible says, if you catch yourself lusting after, I don't know if it said another person or like someone's spouse, or thinking about stealing, or, you know, it's better to cut that hand off if you think about stealing, or better to pull out your eye instead of lusting after something than your whole soul being thrown into like a burning pile of brush. Basically is what it said, for paraphrasing, but pretty much that's what it said, you know? So it's like, you know, you do better to sacrifice the friendship than to sacrifice your soul. You do better to sacrifice the whatever than to, you know, even though it may hurt. You know, it hurts to chop your hand off and it hurts to pluck your eye out. But what's worse, to be a lustful person, or to be a thief, or to be one-eyed Willie, or to be one-stump Wanda. You know what I mean? It's like, I'd rather be one-stump Wanda, one-eyed Willie in heaven and shit, or, you know what I mean, still with a pure spirit where God's still blessing me, than, you know what I mean, have what it is that I wanted and lose God's blessing, lose God's hand. That's like what this is. So some of y'all may not want to give up on something, and it may be because you feel like it's an injustice to you, and it just may be, G. It just may be, but I feel like whatever it is you're holding on to, or sticking, or whatever this is not worth it. If you holding on to something, others of y'all just need to close your mouth. Okay? I resonate. Like, not say shit, you know? Like, you be wanting to say shit, and it's like, man, just let them have that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's better that they burn than I burn. It's like you getting into some shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, never mind, it ain't even worth, you know what I mean? Whatever. Because then I be got mixed all up on that, miss my blessing. That's what this is. So I feel like God is checking that energy. He could be just checking us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, check your ass. You know what I mean? Like, when I said check the spirit, he may be like checking us and shit. Like, you know, what checking me? Agreeing to roast. This is giving me Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego energy here as well. Like, do what you gotta do, king. Shit. You know, when the king put Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in the furnace, they didn't fight against it or try to beat up the soldiers. They like, do what you gotta do. You the king, ain't you? Ain't you the king? Well, then do what you gotta do, king. And they put them in there. They didn't burn, G. That's when the angel arrived. Yes. I feel like our faith is being checked. Not necessarily, well, I guess you could call it tested, but it feels more like a check. Like to see, you know, like a temperature check. Because I feel like God knows it's hard to have faith all the time. So it's just like, you know, a thermometer in your mouth just to see where your faith meter is. You know what I mean? Give me another one here. This is like I would say manifesting, but this is like your blessing, like putting a prayer out or something like that. Sometimes it's receiving it, but it makes me feel like it's what I said. So these two people here, one of these people are gonna burn, one is, and not like literally, I don't know, right? But one of those people are gonna burn, one is gonna get the blessing. So let's say two people are arguing, right? And you're one of those people arguing with somebody. And you say, you know what, this ain't even worth my time, worth the friendship, or, you know what I mean, I care too much, or I don't want to get low, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna back out. And this person like, yeah, motherfucker, that's what the fuck, you know what I mean, talking just a bunch of shit or keeps antagonizing you. This will be the one that burns. You will be the one to get the blessing. It's the wheat and the chaff, but it's being sifted. These are two totally different energies. It's hell, okay? This is like, the door is open. Your wish is granted. Your prayers are answered. That's like what this card is. It's two different energies out here, okay? So one don't concede to the other. where I feel like you're the one that gets blessed as far as you just, you know what I mean, move on with your life and like elevate, spiritually mature, and somebody else doesn't, and the person that doesn't is the one that's gonna finally realize that they're the one that burns. Somebody not gonna be able to reach you, and I don't mean on the motherfucking phone, G. I don't mean on the phone. I'm talking about your level of like blessing or something like that. Like you're beyond that, whatever that is, and that's why you can see it. So somebody could think you a punk. Just because you're like, man, I don't have time for fake ninjas. Just sip some Cristal with these real ninjas. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you want. And somebody out here want to call you a punk and whatever the hell they want to call you as. I don't know. Okay? But that would be this energy, this hellbound energy. Well, you know damn well you're not no punk. But what you got to prove it for? My blessing and everything that, you know what I mean? You got a lot on the line, spiritually and physically. And I feel like you're in the process of receiving this. So be careful, y'all. Be careful on how you respond to stuff right now, okay? Dang. Yeah, you being delivered, deliverance. Yeah, but I feel like it's a prayer or a blessing. Somebody is also gonna have to bow out here, and not necessarily like, well, yeah, they're gonna have to bow out. This is in regards to like a personal battle between you and somebody. Something's being eaten up or burned away in this personal battle with you. Somebody's losing something and they have to bow out, or else they're gonna lose everything, G. That's what I'm saying. Something's not really, it's not worth it out here, you know? So let's move on. I want to be careful with this reading because I feel like this is God putting this on me to say these things to you. So I want to be very careful that I interpret his messages correctly here, okay? Yeah, you're supposed to be basking and robbing, right? The ice cream. Yes, two different energies. So some of y'all will be basking in your blessings. Others that were out here robbing people and shit and like stealing or whatever, or they were robbed of their blessing. Others will be robbed of their blessing. Others will be basking in their blessing. Basking and robbing. Yeah, hellbound and like heaven bound. It's two energies here. It's been like that for years, generations and thousands of years. It's like the upper and lower is what this is. So it's like a tie. If that makes any sense. So like how we talked about before, Archangel Michael didn't walk away with Moses' bones, but neither did the devil. You know, it's two different energies here. They had to concede, like, all right, you know what I mean? But you're not leaving with them, and the devil like, well, shit, I ain't done. You know, it's like this, like, well, don't be done, says Archangel Michael. And the devil was like, well, then I'll be waiting for you. You know what I mean? To Archangel Michael. It's like this type of shit. Like, well, then I'll be here. It's like this type of energy. You know, like some spiritual war goes on and on and on and on and on. Like, that's just the way that it is. So, I don't know. I don't know why they showing me Archangel Michael and the devil, like, all up in each other's face and shit. Like, what you want to do? Like, I don't know. I don't even know which one. Shit. That kind of go against what I told you as far as, well, shit, Archangel Michael would still be the divine energy in there, but it's how you respond. Yeah. So he didn't take Moses' bones. You know what I mean? Even if he overpowered the devil, let's say the Archangel Michael was getting the best of the devil, but it says that neither one of them walked away with Moses' bones. You know, left with his bones. It could be just because Archangel Michael had respect. Like, I don't need the bones, G. I'm just here protecting them. The devil want to use them for other shit. You know? It's like this. You know? Like the one with the pure heart. I feel like that's you. Come through, Convent. Put one on the conceding people. What's being conceded here? What's the agreement or agree to disagree here? I'll take them both. Tables and diamonds. So the table must be on the one side and the diamond is on the other side. This could be in regards to family or relationship, like I said, work. This is like two people who have different values, and like the one with the table gives me materialistic, even though the diamond would be materialistic too. But shit, diamonds are rare. You know, you can find the table anywhere. You know, it's like what this is. It's like somebody want to be down with the junk. They want a house like everybody. They want a relationship like everybody. They want, you know what I mean? This type of shit. Maybe this is where you have to let something go as far as, I mean, if that's how you want to live. Like, this could be you telling somebody, like, I mean, you're attracted to these type of things, or this is what you're into, and I'm not into that. You know what I mean? So I can just let it go. Yeah, you value yourself. And whatever God has in store for you, you just let it be. And somebody else is not happy with that shit. But they're going to have to be. This is like you leaving with nothing. You know, like letting somebody have everything. Like, I just don't want to do this shit no more. You can have all that shit. I'm done. That's like what this is. What can somebody say? They can call you all type of names or whatever, but they the ones being robbed of some blessing if they do that shit. Side note, because they know you're the bigger person. You are the diamond and you're the gem in this situation. That's why you have to bow out. So it ain't like you a punk. It's like I have to bow out before I get all scratched up, scraped up, and cloudy, bitch. I'm a diamond, bitch. Okay, ain't no motherfucking piece of wood. Yeah, that's like what this is. You're not like the rest. And that's why a lot of y'all things are happening to you, Convent. Like I said, you may be feeling uncomfortable or just shit just real crazy, or you don't know what the fuck going on. Yeah, your life, you may be like, I think someone's put roots on me. They could have tried. Okay, they could have tried, G. Okay, but that ain't even what it is. I feel like you stronger than anybody root. Okay, anybody's black magic or any of that. This ain't what this is. This is the Archangel Michael and the devil fighting over Moses' bones, G. Okay, black magic and witchcraft and all that can't get that high. You feel me? It can't go that high up. That's not what this is. This is like for your life or your legacy or the name, the generations after you. Okay, so something can proceed or people can proceed or cross over, you know, or be great or some shit like that. That's what this is about. Okay, somebody just not, you know, I mean, shit, they ain't really on your level, and that's okay too. That's you saying this, like they just not on my level, and that's not you saying that to this person, you know. But this is like you not wanting to work with somebody, and the offer looks real good and all that, but you know they don't see the vision, or they're not doing it for the right reasons, or this is a greedy bunch, or their energy just off, and it's like, nah, I think I'll take my business elsewhere. Yeah, you'll be blessed. It's like you'll know. This is like where your heart is, or where, yeah, it's like testing your heart and your spirit. Like, will you take the money? Will you take this big offer and these people are greedy, like greedy devils? Or will you work with the people? You know what I mean? The community where they can benefit off of this and you can teach others and all of this other shit. Somebody stays true out here. Okay? Somebody stays true out here. And that's what's up, Convent. I know it's you, Booski. Who else could it be? What's on the back? Fountain of youth is what I heard. Somebody could still be young-minded, young acting, you know, and you just, like, they're never gonna grow up or get out of that energy. That's cool. You know, it just doesn't fit with what I'm doing, but I'm not upset, or that's like what this feels like. Y'all let a lot of shit go, or just know that's what God is checking for, you know, to see if like you really released everything and ready to step into this new shit, you know, or you gonna keep getting robbed. You know, basking and robbing. When you could be basking, you over here getting robbed and shit. You know what I mean? Or whatever could be happening, whatever could be going on. Oh, not Cruella. Well, you figure out which one you are. Because this man on the left side is looking more like the one that gets blessed, and the one on the right side is with the Cruella de Vil that gets burned. Okay? So either this you or this, well, no, I still feel like you the diamond. I still feel like you are the diamond, even though you coming out as Cruella. It's probably what I said about Archangel Michael and Moses and the devil fighting over Moses' bones. It ain't like Archangel Michael came in angelic, like, you know, came to bless you energy. He came to fight, G. That's what he is a warrior angel and shit. That's why you could be coming up as Cruella, even though you're not cruel, but it may be cruel to someone else. It may seem cruel. Remember, I was like, man, people may say some shit like, oh, it's because of this and you that and you that. They really know deep down why y'all can't be together, why y'all can't work together, why you can't come back, why you know what I mean? And deep down, you know this shit too. And then something may feel cruel, but that's where I said you may feel uncomfortable with something. You know what I mean? And God is changing things. People can call you whatever they want. So this could be, like I said, be careful how you react and respond. Maybe people about to be talking shit, but when don't they talk shit, G? Name a time, please, when they wasn't talking shit about you or something. Okay, I ain't got time to wait. I was gonna say I'll wait, but I ain't got time. Yeah, whatever this is that you're gonna concede to, just because you're just, like I said, maturing in spirit and just, you know what I mean? It's literally turning the other cheek energy, or just, you know, look forward type of energy. Whoever this is. This person like bet something. Somebody bet against, yeah, it would be like Moses is betting. Like, man, I bet I get away with them bones, G. It's like they bet something. They put it all on the table is what this is. and Archangel Michael came out as a diamond, I bet you won't, G. I bet you won't. Y'all motherfuckers don't even use diamonds at this casino. You know what I mean? It's all poker chips. Like, this ain't that type of game. Somebody wants to play a game with you, and this really is not a game, G. This is not a game. I was thinking about that earlier, right? When I was kind of meditating earlier, and I was like, man, I'm like, whoever like plays in the dark, because a lot of us, we do, like, you know, we've been on both sides, light and dark, as far as you ain't been perfect your whole life. But I mean, like, with some like real, like when life get dark, you know what I mean? Like dark ass shit. You kind of like wonder about people who purposely go into the dark. You know, because dark times is dark enough for the people that ain't even looking for dark times. People that willingly go into the dark, I was telling God, I'm like, man, that's so crazy to me, especially when they dealing with the spirituality shit. Because if you spiritual anyway and say like you're not into any type of practice, you just consider yourself spiritual, you already know. As far as light energy, dark energy, spirits, you know what I mean? All that shit, you know that shit really exists. Imagine people that willingly go into the dark, G, when you're already attacked just being a motherfucking regular human yourself. Who will willingly go into that shit? That's who this is. Somebody, that's the devil. Yeah, will willingly go into a fight with Archangel Michael over Moses' bones. It ain't even your shit. But the devil already know he hellbound, roasting, and Archangel Michael knows where he resides up with the other angels and shit. That's why I was saying something's never ending here. So like I said, this could be an argument and shit that you're never going to win, or no, someone's never going to understand your point and all this other shit. I feel like God is changing something in the dynamic of that relationship where you can see. Like, that's just who this motherfucker is. This could be you saying, this motherfucker just evil, G. Just evil. Yeah, the devil is evil. You know? So, I mean, shit. And they can say Archangel Michael is a little aggressive, but he is, though. You know what I mean? He is. Depending on what it's for. So, So I guess that could be the temperature check. What side you on? Yeah, if this was a battle and we saw two sides battling over Moses' bones and shit, whose side would you be on? That's what God is tallying up right now. And he checks the heart and the spirit, so you can say whatever out your mouth. Because a lot of people going to say, I'm on Archangel Michael's side. That's what you're supposed to say. But that's why God don't check your mouth, G. That's exactly why. So, Some of y'all know what side people are on too. And that's why you bowing out. Ain't nothing you can do with that. Like, what? You're rooting for the devil to take Moses' bones? If we're going to use this as an example, right? It's like, ain't nothing for us to say. You got it. You on that side, I'm on this side. No, I'm on the Archangel Michael side. That's just what it is. It's cool. The devil need minions and Archangel needs, you know what I mean? Warriors. So if we were going to use this as an example, this would be like what this energy is. But it's because your ass probably could check the spirit too. It says test the spirit. So this could be that, where you realize what's in somebody, or a family member, a friend, a lover, some type of business, I heard corporate. You just know what animal you dealing with. And you can't beat that shit. You can't beat the Matrix, G. You can't beat the Matrix. You can decode it, but you'll never beat it and shit. It's the program. This is like you bowing out. Like, I'm not about to try to defeat Agent Smith and I don't even fucking live here. Yeah, you've been unplugged. What's the point? Yeah, it's like arguing with a Matrixian and you've been unplugged and shit. No, God, like, you wasted your time. You could be in Zion, like, you know, whatever the hell, or whatever he promised you. I don't like using the Zion reference with the Matrix because that was a shitty place, okay? Even though it had elevated later on. Like, remember, they had started growing vegetables and all type of stuff, but they didn't have like fresh air, no real, you know, it was kind of weird, but I don't know. Okay, but I guess it's better to, that's what they say. Yeah, it's better to be in Zion than to be hellbound. So like exactly what the Bible verse has said, where it's like, it's better to pluck your eye out. If you find yourself lusting or coveting or after someone else's stuff, it's better to pluck your eyes out, right? Than to throw your whole soul and spirit into like a trash heap, like a hellish trash heap. Same thing. It's better for you to go to Zion where there's no fresh air. You know what I mean? Everything is kind of have to be using Zion, not like earth. Right? Like where the children go, the rescued, the saved children. It's better to go there than to stay locked in the Matrix. You know what I mean? That shit ain't even real. It's like a sacrifice or something. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. It's like, at least you're awake and you know. Like, think about all the people that just don't know and they just lost and shit. You know? That's why you can't. That's why you gotta bow out. It's like you would be arguing with AI. It's like arguing with AI and shit. You know that shit not real. AI will go on with you all motherfucking day. You know what I mean? All day it's programmed to do that shit. You're real. You're real. Okay, you have the real thoughts, the real ideas, the real blood pumping through your veins, the real organs and shit. You look stupid arguing with that shit. Yeah, being robbed of your blessing. is what this is, when you could be basking in, you know what I mean, some other shit. Yes, y'all. Put one on this roasting hellbound card. What is this? Somebody's gonna get married though out here. Side note, I don't like the hellbound out here though, but that would be like being proposed to, married, or we agreed to get married, live together, this, that, and the other. But one is roasting and one is being blessed. So this will be, if you keep using the Archangel Devil reference, this will be like them two getting married, knowing they got beef because y'all just fought over Moses' bones, but now y'all together? Yeah, God checking somebody for that too. Okay? Like, no, you can't side with the dark, okay? And the dark don't never side with the light. Like, that ain't how this get down. Like it says, you can't get fresh water from you can't, what is it? You can't get fresh water from a salt something, like a salt creek, or you can't get salt water, or you know what I mean, from a spring creek. You know what I mean? It's one or the other, G, pretty much. Yeah. So the lukewarm people, basically, he's testing, or he's checking, I should say, the spirits and the hearts of the lukewarm. Shit, a lot of us can be like that. You know what I mean? It's like going back to somebody or going back to something. But I feel like it's deeper than something. I feel like someone trumps something. Well, it could be something. Because somebody could be going back to drugs, or, you know what I mean, some shit like that. And God, like, you choose them drugs over me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be hard, like a lukewarm situation. Somebody would say, of course not. God, I love you. And they really do. It's just hard for them to stop doing drugs. But it's something about a lukewarm heart and a lukewarm spirit. So I don't even know. I feel like everybody getting checking the cash out here. For real, for real. What you gonna say? Put one on this roasting card. Umbrella. Isn't this called a moat? I don't know. I heard moat. Yeah, it's witches. Yeah, they're yeah, moated be is what I heard. Yeah, something about some witches about to burn. You remember if you watched American Horror Story, The Coven? Remember when they walked the redheaded witch to go burn her in the desert, and they all had umbrellas? It's a witch out here about to be, yeah, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Yes, she. Remember they all had umbrellas. They were all dressed in black to go walk and roast the redheaded chick. If you watched American Horror Story, The Coven. Yeah, she just turned into like dust or whatever the hell she turned into. Okay? Oh, hey. Something about some witches. I don't know, so some of y'all could have been up against some witches. Remember in Let's Take Craft class, remember when the black girl was like, I don't get it, why is she not fighting back? Remember when they all came up in Sarah's house? And that's when the black girl asked Nancy, she was like, I don't get it, why doesn't she use, that's what she said, why doesn't she use magic on us or something? And that's when Nancy said, because she's weak! Weak! Yes. Remember I was like, they gonna say all type of shit about your ass. That you weak, you that, this like, I'll be weak then, bitch. I guess I'm a weak ass bitch then, right? If you were Sarah, and I mean, technically in the beginning, she kind of was. You know, she didn't recognize her power. But when Nancy came upstairs, the bitch wasn't weak no more. It's like what this is. She had basically like conceded. You know, like, oh, this shit, basically Sarah was like, this shit real. Remember she slit her wrist, she was like, it's not real. And that's when Nancy was like, then why are you still bleeding, bitch? You know, basically like, no, bitch, this shit real. The devil really here, Archangel Michael. It's like this type of shit. And Sarah had to realize she was Archangel Michael, G. Okay? That's why she didn't kill Nancy. Nancy didn't die at the end. Nancy got locked up. Hello. Chained up. Hello. Right? But now you can't kill Nancy, G. Just like you can't kill the devil or Archangel Michael. That's what this is. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So what some witches are about to burn, but I feel like it's like a spirit that get blown into another bitch. You know? You kill one, it's like witches are like roaches. Some of y'all, the bad ones for sure, y'all like roaches and shit. So one will burn up, you know, in the middle of the desert, and her essence will be into another bitch. You know, that's just the way that it is. Evil lives, but so does like, they said the power of God lives as well. They'll always like they'll always coincide or collide. They'll always coincide and they will always collide. That's just what it is, you know, which is true. They'll always be, that's what the Bible verse was, which I had just mentioned in another reading where Jesus was telling everybody, this ain't no weekend war. This is a war for life, you know, against the devil and all his angels and shit. So God is preparing you with the best well-made weapons and materials to defeat him. You know, it didn't say to kill him though. It said to defeat him. And this is a lifelong war. It's been going on forever. That's like what this is. So is you down or not? That's what people's like spirit and heart is like being checked for. So time's about to get real dark, Convent. Dark, and I mean, I know y'all already see it, but dark to the point where like you gonna be tested like, how can I explain this? Like where the energy is so overwhelming with everybody else, like how they're feeling about life and the government and this and that and all the shit that's just going on. This is like you being overstimulated by this energy, but you're the one whose heart and spirit is being checked. You know, you feel me? Like this is Matrixians feeling this way, and you in the Matrix to come handle some business. So God like, yeah, I know all the Matrixians is tripping out over all this shit going on and that. But what about you though? You're not a Matrixian, G. Yeah, that's why you got to concede on some shit. Like I can't get in Matrixian business. You can, G. You don't even live here. You're in this world. You're not of this world. That's why. Yeah, so y'all that know that, y'all are the ones whose heart and spirits are being checked and shit. The people that are of this world, these are the ones that are like kind of roasting or hellbound and worried about this and that. And I mean, we can all worry, but I feel like you have someone you can call. Matrixians believe in they self, G. They don't believe in nobody else. They believe they can do everything and this and that. That's why they feel like they can defeat you. That's why Agent Smith thought he could defeat Neo, because Agent Smith ran the Matrix pretty much. He had multiplied himself thousands of times. He like, ain't no way this motherfucker gonna fade me, G. But Neo decoded the program. So I really don't have to fight you. I could fight the main you or get into the core of you. Remember, I don't know what Neo, I don't know if he reached up in his heart. Like, remember, Agent Smith reached up in his heart and damn near killed him. I can't remember if that's what Neo did at the end, and all the other people, all the other agents like kind of morphed away, and it was just finally him and Agent Smith. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it went down. Yeah, because that's a program too. So somebody's crew, minions, whoever they have all behind them, a family, or this and that, all that shit is like Matrix energy. That's not really what you're going up against. It really is Agent Smith. Agent Smith is trying to distract your ass. Yes, them people ain't even real. What y'all call them? NPCs? That's what this feels like. It feels like NPC energy. That's why you bowing out. So this will be like you saying, I know you're a non-playing character or something like that. I don't even know what the term is. I know what it means, but I'm saying I don't know what the actual like NPC, but I think it's like a non-playing, so an irrelevant motherfucker. We wouldn't miss you if you was gone, bitch. Okay? That's like what an NPC is. You're not going to waste any time on that. Okay? And I feel like you're the one being checked about that shit, as far as check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, you're arguing with an NPC, or you're chasing after one, or wanting to love on one, or trying to open one's mind, or work with one, befriend one, something like that. Okay? Be aware. Put one on this wish prayer here being granted. Bears. I don't think I'm gonna call out signs with this reading, obviously. I feel like everything you've been going through, yeah, you could have been crying, just sad or emotional or depressed, down, or just, heavy. Water buckets can be heavy depending. Yeah, look, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Yeah. Okay? Like, this is like grinning and bearing it is what this is giving me. You bared a lot. I feel like you're about to be rewarded or blessed for whatever you've been going through, Convent. I feel like not only was it because you went up against the devil for Moses' bones, but I feel like the main reason why you get rewarded and blessed is because you didn't get cocky in over your head and take Moses' bones with you. Like it wasn't about who gets Moses' bones. It's about like the reverence of it. You know what I mean? Or the dedication, or you know what I mean? Like the history behind it, or the relevance, what it means for like I said, future generations and shit like that. Using this as an example. If you're smart enough, you'll put it where it's supposed to go. Right? But that's like what this is. Like, you don't need the glory for it, basically. You know what I mean? It's just like, this will be like Archangel Michael saying, I didn't even need them to put that in the Bible. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't doing it for no story to be told or whatever. I was really there just making sure that the devil did not get Moses' bones. Like, it ain't about the clout. It ain't about this. And we talking about it now. You know what I mean? That's like what this is. So I'm assuming he did get rewarded. This will be Archangel Michael. That's why he's one of the main angels we talk about. Yes. But I feel like it was because of like his humility or his like honor to God. You know? Because we know the angels flip-flop. That's Lucifer was an angel, so it ain't like it ain't unheard of. You know what I mean? So he even tested angel spirits. If you think about it, God testing the spirits of testing the hearts, excuse me, and spirits. I don't know if angels have spirits, but testing the heart of actual like angels, you know, because we know Lucifer just ended up being bad and other angels got kicked out with him. So that's why I'm talking about you representing this Archangel Michael energy. He had proven himself basically to God, like, no, I'm the one, G. And no, I ain't trying to take Moses' bones for my own personal benefit. That's Lucifer's job. You know what I mean? My job is to serve you, God. And that's why he went to war with his ass. And you see the devil didn't get shit? You see the devil didn't get shit. Yes, I still feel like you get rewarded for that. You don't want the bones. God, like, because you don't want the bones, I'm about to give you this. I don't know what this is, but it's because you left the bones alone and you defended the bones. So you could have been defending something that you didn't get nothing out of, or suffered something as a result of a sacrifice. Like they say, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. It's kind of the same energy. He didn't really get nothing out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being died, beat, spit on. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, he did eternal life, and I mean, he's up there with God. But I mean, you know, as far as we ain't Jesus, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit different with us when you do it. That's why I said God looking at you like, wow, you know what I mean? You're no Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like you have the same power and all of that. So the fact that you still riding for me, says God, that's kind of dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't have the powers really of Archangel Michael and Jesus Christ and all, you know what I mean? As far as those actual characters, sure, you possess some of those qualities, but you're also human. So it's harder for you to act out of those other divine character energies and shit. Yeah, you're not an NPC. Yeah, that's some real shit. Yeah, you're not an NPC. It's hard for you to react out of those other energies when you're dealing with a bunch of NPC energy. You feel me? So God, like, okay, even amongst the NPC energy, for y'all that just go look up what NPC means, okay? N is in Nancy, okay? As well as P is in Peter, C is in cat, okay? This will be God saying, wow, amongst all them NPCs energy, you know what I mean? You took on your divine energy, kept, you know what I mean? Basically, stay true to yourself, stay true to me. You know what I mean? Remember why I brought you here and what this is all about. I know you can mess up because that's your human side, but your archangel side is coming out, Convent. And I feel like y'all are going to be so rewarded and blessed for whatever it is that you defeated or you battled or you kept off. Yeah, resist the devil and he will flee from you. Yeah, I feel like that was one of Archangel Michael's weapons as well. Like the law applied to him, to Archangel Michael is what they're telling me. Yes. So resist the devil could be like defending yourself, because they showing me him with like a, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is keeps lightening up whenever the devil hits it. Whatever Archangel Michael is holding. It looks like a rod. Oh, Moses' rod. Yeah, they're showing me like an angel holding a rod and the devil like hitting it like with a sword, and it like the rod like lights up or electrifies. I don't know what that shit is. Okay, it looked like one of them things where you zap people, you know, and not a taser, but the stick. It looks like that, but it's like glowing white. Okay, that's what they're showing me. Anyway, yeah, resist the devil. So Archangel Michael was resisting the devil. Whatever the devil was trying to do, Archangel Michael was resisting it. The devil will flee from you. I feel like that law applied to that battle. So the battle went. That's why he said so the devil had to bow out, because that's law. So maybe the devil knows if people resist him, I gotta go. You know what I mean? It ain't about a physical fight. You know what I mean? It's the mind. You ever seen that whenever they show like those old frat movies and they tell like the new people that are pledging, they're like, yeah, knock down the door, right? And all the people try to run into the door and knock it down, and that one person just starts knocking, like knock, right? They knock all the way down the door, right? And somebody like, yeah, you got it. It makes me feel like that. So maybe if there was no battle between, I mean, there was a battle between the devil and Archangel Michael, but I'm saying if Archangel Michael went into the battle with resist the devil and he'll flee from you, then Archangel Michael already knew that the devil would not get Moses' bones because he would have to flee because I'm resisting him. You feel me? Like, it's not really about the battle, G. It's like the law or something like that. I don't know. Y'all done stepped in the public school AP class over here on YouTube, okay? This is usually where we get down and dirty on Patreon. So I don't even know if I'm making sense to people. I'm not saying y'all not a smart bunch, but, you know, we can't elaborate too much longer because we're about to go to Patreon soon. It's something about, yeah, like your loyalty, your honor to God, or your, yeah. Like no matter what's going on. Like, you know, no matter what's going on, Convent, okay? Like you're on, like somebody could be serving life in prison for a crime they didn't commit, you know? And God, like, you know, or the devil trying to tell this person, Like, yeah, you should go and let me have Moses' bones. Look where God got you and all this other shit, right? This will be somebody knowing that they're going to be vindicated one day. Now they step into Archangel Michael energy. They're going to resist that energy and I'm going to fight and shit. No, I'm going to get out this motherfucker. And they do, G. They do. Yeah, resist the devil. Resist. That's why they said say good things to yourself. So this could be him trying to get in your head, G. Like they trying to get in the convict's head. He ain't really a convict and shit. But they telling them, no, you here for life. Don't nobody ever get exonerated and get out and shit. Everybody say they innocent, they didn't do that shit. Yeah, but this one really is. And this one got Archangel Michael energy. You in a prison full of NPCs, sir. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when they say it. When you say it, nah, it's real, G. It's real. You can't let it take you over, Convent. Whatever this is, this energy is, whatever the devil represents, and whatever Moses' bones represent whatever you stand for, whatever you believe in, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never disrespect it. You know, like, abandon it or not show it, you know, any respect or any, you know, it's like that. Like your morals and values, like code, like G code, G. Moses represents G code. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, the devil wants you to go like against G code, but the G code is like really G code though, like God code. So you can't, it's like steps. I can't even really explain it. It's like the devil protecting Moses' bones is obviously tied into God's energy. You know what I mean? So really Archangel Michael ain't really just protecting Moses' bones just because. It's tied into God's prophecy. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing it. If Moses wasn't down for God, I wouldn't give a damn about his bones, says Archangel Michael, but God made a promise to Moses. You know what I mean? Therefore, I will, you know what I mean, defend his bones. It's like this. Archangel Michael didn't really get nothing out of it. I'm already an angel. I'm not part of anything that happens on earth with them people or nothing. This is God, though. And that's the only one I serve, so I will ride on your ass. Yes, says Archangel Michael. I feel like, I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he around. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Archangel Michael, and maybe they fighting over Moses' bones again. Maybe you could represent Moses' bones, my G. What if you are Moses' bones, my G? And the devil is just the devil, and Archangel Michael is just Archangel Michael, if you feel what I'm saying. So they both warring over you. Archangel Michael don't want nothing from you. He just trying to protect you because God's promise, right? AKA you're Moses' bones, whatever he promised to you. The devil really wants your bones to do some old fuck shit. The devil really want to fuck you up when you use your bones and shit. You feel me? I know y'all do. Give me one, all right, so God, no, I don't need one for the convent. I need to know if I'm relaying this message correctly. Which I know because we were talking earlier this morning, but let's just see. For the convent anyway, for myself too. Traveling, moving. That's North Node too. Yeah, bring it on home now. Take it on home now. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. Yeah, that's moving north. Those are movers. Yeah, y'all are mover. I'm telling you, convent. You notice how it's 2 and everything. 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, even though they ain't the same, but 1, 2. Something about 2, 2, 2. But that's what this is. But it's also what I said, you can't get away from it. So if one of the movers was Archangel Michael, the other one is the devil. The couch would be Moses' bones, which would be you. They both are kind of run, you know, like I said, they coincide, but they also collide as well. Okay? So the devil always gonna be around, but so will Archangel Michael. Okay? God will always be around. Okay? It's like this type of energy. The dark angels and shit, they'll always be around you. That's just what it is. So shit, it say you part of this spiritual war, but it's not like you, it's because you know how to fight it. It's not with your hands or even your mouth. It could be like your words, the words that you speak, but it would be after you already decoded the matrix and knew what to say, you know? You would have to learn it first before you could speak it. You know, put one on this movers thing. I hope I ain't lost y'all. Yeah, road cones. Yeah, they telling me to stop here. Yeah, I feel like wherever you go, you remember in the Passion of the Christ, right? If you saw that movie with the Jim Caviezel person, right? But when Christ got older, like they showed him as a grown man, they showed the devil always following him in that movie. If you pay attention, it looked like Voldemort. It was like a Voldemort looking man / Powder, right? Looking man that followed Christ throughout the whole movie. That's like what this is. Like it did, you know, he never did anything. He just watched him. You know what I mean? Just watched him in the course, the temptation of Christ and all that when he approached him and all those things. But he was always fucking around. You know what I mean? But he never overcame Christ. You know? But the devil always around trying to tempt you and shit. That's just what it is, Convent. I feel like y'all are being checked with the heart, and well, we all are he's checking the heart and the spirit to see how well you do when the devil is doing his job. Are you doing yours, G? Are you doing yours, G? Yes, that's what this is. So shit. We're about to go to Patreon. If you'd like to follow us there, please click the link in the description box below this video here on YouTube to follow us on Patreon. If not, that has been Right Back Monday. Like I said, it may or may not have resonated with every single person. Still, thank you for visiting my channel, My Entrepreneur Not Tarot. Please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. Again, info for private readings will be below the video. You can purchase your Do You Gear, your Lifelike deck, your Doll Face deck at theghettonun.com. And I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.